So good morning, Charmin with Proactive Property Solutions. Just thought I would take you out on a day in the life of a PM. I'm normally not posting, I'm better at doing. So I just thought I would just give a little insight on my world and show you a little bit of day in the life and the things that I'm doing to assist and help my clients. So come along for the ride. Well, a day doesn't start without either. Well, I stopped iced coffees, but now I'm doing matcha. Hey, so right now I'm at one of my fourplexes here in Scranton. I'm waiting for my electrician. One thing we're really super good at here is I am top notch. I have to toot my own horn at stabilizing assets. That's one of our specialties. Full circle moment with this building because I used to manage this building back when, and it's now under new ownership, and I've actually, the owner hired me to remanage it. So I was already familiar somewhat with the building and the tenants because some of the same tenants are still in the building, and just a, full circle moment as far as that's concerned. But the problem that we're resolving for our owner is that he was receiving like $500, $600 electric bills for a vacant unit, which is absurd. So we already knew that something's off. Something doesn't seem right. Also, another thing that I noticed, again, it's a fourplex, but there's no fifth meter for like the common area, the hallway, the basement, things like that. So that already signal also that there's something wrong as it relates to the electric. So I called out my electrician. He did a full trace on the lines. And we identified that the owner is paying for, I think, someone else's water heater. And I think something else as it related to the heaters were mixed up. So that's what we're getting corrected for today. So ultimately, I was also able to negotiate a better price with the electrician on getting this done. So my owner's going to save money, number one, on correcting the issue. I was able to negotiate a better price for him. So it's just a win-win situation for everybody. So I'm just here more or less waiting for the electrician so that he can get started. Some of the units are tenant occupied. So I just want to make sure that things go off without a hitch. So I'll be here for a little bit, meeting the electrician, waiting for him to get those things corrected. But again, this again is one of the ways that we are assisting and helping our owners save money in the long run and identifying issues that otherwise would turn into bigger issues later on. Oh, the other thing is that my owner, I'm only as good as my owner, as my client. So with that being said, I had a tenant that just moved in. So we're like, again, this tenant is also going to get these high electric bills until this issue gets resolved. So my owner actually put the electric back in his name and until we get this issue corrected. And any bill that she did receive for the short period of time that she had it in her name, he's going to pay for that as well. So again, it's a team effort, all hands on deck, electrician, my owner, me, we're all working together to get this thing done. So I'll keep you guys posted as we work through this process. So this property, I was talking about stabilizing assets. So this property is a 5-unit building that we have. We have 2 tenants through an organization on this side and 3 units that were vacant on this side when we started. We filled all 3 units on this side with great, great stable tenants, good paying tenants. And then we constantly have some issues here with the ones from the organization. Just now I had to have them pull garbage back from the front that was sitting out here. Garbage has already been picked up and the garbage can was just still sitting here in the front, which causes us to get fines. And then the other thing about this unit is that the owner, with the organization, they have to include the utilities. So again, owner's paying for heat. What's happening? They got the window right open. The front porch lights on. It's the middle of the day. I had to ask the caseworker to go there and ask the tenant to turn the light out again. And we just did a walkthrough of this in unit because the last time I was here was a complete mess. So the organization did come and clean up, but Again, I don't know how long standing this will be, but it's a constant struggle with the people that they're placing, you know, to tell them to take care of the place, get your garbage. I had her just tell her, you know, again, pick up all this garbage out the front. Again, these are constant things that we're looking at and taking care of for our clients so that they don't have to be involved and deal with the everyday minutia of it all. Now I'm back at the fourplex that was having the electrical work done because the tenant is cursing out my electrician. I guess because they're making noise, which they have to get some of the work done. We warned all the tenants or gave them notice, you know, that someone will be on site working, so it's not like they're blindsided. And she's cursing out my electrician. So now we called her, her phone's not ringing. So now I have to stop back here and have a conversation with her. So again, all in a day's work. All right, so at a property, tenant moved out after not paying rent. We got them to at least just vacate on their own before we did an eviction. They had left the garbage cans out here at the curb and a bunch of crap out here that I'm now gonna pick up. Can't just walk past it. Gotta pick it up, so that's what I'm doing before I do my walkthrough. All right, this is what I was most worried about is they had a bunch of crap in the basement. So let me see what's going on down here. Dun, dun, dun. Well, first of all, this door. Oh, God. Oh, this door is done for. Yeah, this door is gonna have to be replaced or, let me see. Oh, Lord. Oh, surprisingly, they got all the stuff out the basement. Huh, surprisingly. Oh, there's no light. So you guys can't probably see down here, but what they also did, my plumber told me, is they look like they turned the water on down here to start flooding the basement. So I gotta get a dehumidifier running down here. And for whatever reason, they had, this unit is all controlled by gas, but they had hooked they had like stopped using the gas water heater and tapped their electric water heater into the next door's panel. So that was another thing we did to stabilize the unit. We get everything onto the correct panel. But we still got a lot of work to do down here. I still got to get a gas water heater installed and the boiler to see if it works and see if it gets fired up. Other than that, oh, washer dryer. Don't know if they work. God only knows how dirty they are. So we got some work to do. We got to close up these areas so mice don't get in. But surprisingly, they took all their crap. Huh? Didn't expect that. All right. Still got a long haul to go, though. What the heck is in that room? I'm not going in there. Okay. Keep you guys posted on the progress of this property. I'll never forget that. Again, paint. Floors are not bad, so we're going to be able to save the floors. Like I said, they turned this into a 2-unit. I'm probably going to have them drywall off this door because now this leads over to a second apartment. Yeah, there's no heat in here, but there's a thing for the radiator. It's what, 49 degrees in here? Well, there's no point in me turning this up because, oh, the gas is off. Well, we turned the gas on, but I think there's issues with the boiler, so that's what we're going to have to also get rectified. let's take a look upstairs. Like all these areas and stuff, I want to make sure. Oh, more friends. Ceilings are really low in here. Yep, full repaint. Seal up some of these areas where mice could be getting in. What the heck was this? Oh. This leads out to a deck off of here. Okay, didn't remember that. I think because last time I was here, they had their bed pressed against it. Yep, it's gonna need some love. Full repaint, deep cleaning. I mean, yeah, paint. Full repaint. People are gross. I don't know how, what the heck? People are so disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. What is that? Insane. So, this gives me a good idea. Only thing I can see is we can savor the floor, but everything else, I need paint everywhere. And a scrubbing of All right, so I'm at one of my properties here in Dunmore. This is a 2-unit. I had a tenant on this side that was not paying from the time we took on the property. Again, a lot of the stabilization process or issues that owners are having is before they come to me. So this particular tenant wasn't paying rent, barely scraping by. They also never turned their gas on, so my pipes froze in the basement. And again, they never turned the gas on. Haven't had it on since God knows when. And I was luckily able to at least ask them to leave, and they left willingly on their own before we had to evict them. So now I'm doing a final walkthrough to see what it is we need to do to get the unit back up and running. So take a look with me. Crayon all over the porch. Crayon all over the door. Like I said, they had the gas off here for God knows how long, so I don't know if my radiators are leaking. If we need to change valves, that's something we're gonna have to check. Obviously, we're gonna have to paint. We got holes all in the walls. Tenant. Tenant next door was complaining of mice. Now I know why. I sent my pest guy, and boom, we got some friends here. More friends. So once we get this cleaned up, hopefully that kind of stuff will stop as well. Yeah, tons of mouse droppings. Place is filthy. Oh God. Grease. Dirt. Yeah, we need full repaint. I'm gonna take this out. Oh, this fridge is completely done for. Did they leave me? Oh, that was one of my favorites when I forgot to take food out of a refrigerator, have the food cleaned out of the fridge after somebody moved out.